Welcome to Still Stella, living life sarcastically. Hi, y'all. Welcome to Still Stella, living life sarcastically. Merry Christmas to you all. Today we're going to talk about traditions and presents. Congratulations, you made it to the finish line. It is finally Christmas Day. I truly hope you are having a great holiday and are finally relaxing after all the hustle and bustle. All of our hard work has paid off. This is the day we get to reap the rewards by spending time with our family and sharing the gifts and food. Christmas is here, and did you end up getting everything done? Tell the truth. I know I didn't. I swear, the list always starts going backwards, Just mark that off the list. There's no way I'm going to get to it anyway. I know there are items that never got done, but you still made it. I understand it is so hard to handle all these details to make things nice for everyone. It seems our expectations start out really high, with lists over a mile long. As the date gets closer, things get cut from that list. We just can't do it all. Then you realize, as the time gets closer, a bunch of items are really not necessary. And things still turn out just fine. No reason to stress over it. Just enjoy it. We have to remember it's about spending time with our family and friends. I don't think we will ever get to the bottom of any of those lists anyway, so we might as well shorten them and give ourselves back some time. This is something to remember for the new year coming up. Make sure to schedule some time to relax and spoil yourself. Hopefully the chaos is manageable today, and you are not huddled in the corner with your glass of wine just waiting for it to all be over. If you are, though, just know we are all here cheering you on. Cheers to you, and I hope you survive this chaos. We all spent the last few weeks frantically preparing for today. We were busy trying to make sure we had the right gift for all those in our lives. We were also spending time at holiday events with all those people that are important to us. Unfortunately, we were also spending time with those we don't like either, but it seems we have to deal with them too during the season. Buckle up, Buttercup, and just deal with it through the holidays. We all have our own traditions and gift ideas. I thought it might be fun to go over some of the different traditions and presents of past years. Let's start with your best Christmas present. What was your best Christmas present ever? My son was the best Christmas present ever. He was born premature just before Christmas, and it was a tough first Christmas with him in the NICU, but we were so thankful he was healthy and ultimately came home just after Christmas. The only bummer for him is his birthday falls just before Christmas, so that means his birthday is so close to Christmas. People tend to combine them and sometimes even forget. How about your worst Christmas present ever? I had to really think about this one because I tend to be thankful for anything someone shares with me. But as I really racked my brain, I remembered that at one point in my life, I was proposed to at Christmas. I'm just going to leave it at that. There is no reason to say anything more on that subject. Historically, one of the most popular gifts of all times is the Rubik's Cube. Ironically, I just saw one at the check stand at a Dollar Tree. It reminded me of the hours spent trying to solve it when we were young. I think eventually there were some stickers removed and replaced correctly to solve the puzzle. Yeah, I know this is cheating, but you're going to have to take that up with younger me, who is long gone. Remember back in the day when everyone would fight over the big it gift for Christmas? These were those iconic gifts that every kid wanted. There were fights and drama as everyone frantically searched for them. It never failed. They had plenty of them just after Christmas, after stock caught up with the stores. Now they have hundreds and can't give them away. Remember the Cabbage Patch doll? In 1983, they retailed around $21, but due to massive demand and shortages, they were sold between $50 and $75, with some reaching in the hundreds, which sparked riots and fighting over the ones that were available. Much like the Tickle Me Elmo buying frenzy in 1996. Now I remember this one, and trying to find one for my son. Every little one wanted one after watching hours and hours of Elmo time. How often that would get stuck in your head. You know what I'm talking about. La 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 la, la 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 la, it's Elmo time. Made you want to lose your mind, didn't it? All of that said, I remember kids playing with the boxes just as much as the toys some years. Wouldn't it have been nice just to buy boxes and save all that money on those toys? It seems one of the most gifted items is a coffee mug. They come in all shapes and sizes, with all kinds of characters and sayings on them. They are also tons of them loaded with sarcasm, which is definitely my cup of tea. It is so hard not to keep buying them as gifts and for yourself, because there is always yet another funny or cool one. Even though we all have hundreds of them. I mean, how many coffee mugs are too many for a household? At this point, 43 is not too many yet. I remember one year my nephew was about 5 years old, and I asked him what he wanted for Christmas. He said to me with complete seriousness, "I want a flamethrower." And he further explained he wanted a real one, not a fake one. And obviously, this was going to be the year I had to let him down. There is no way I was going to get him this item. He was very specific and very adamant. I had always tried to find the gift he asked me for each year. He gave me that sweet little smile and even asked please. But I'm not crazy. I would earn the worst ever sister award with that gift. But on the flip side, I might get the best aunt award. Until, of course, the house gets burned down or something. Then I'm sure I'd be stripped of all the awards. I might as well at this point get him a drum set. At least the house won't burn down. He's the same nephew who informed me when he turned 3 years old that he was way too old to be called cute. He said, "I am handsome now." That one has always kept me on my toes. Over the years, and especially when the kids were young, I learned the hard way to make sure you have all the batteries you could possibly need for their toys on Christmas Day. There is nothing worse than buying the perfect gift they've been dying for and having to say, "I'm so sorry, kiddo. I guess Santa forgot to put batteries in it, and we don't have any to fit it." Damn, Santa, how could you forget? Talk about forgetting. Can you imagine if I'd gotten that flamethrower for my nephew and forgot to get him his very own propane tank? That would have been horrible too. Let's talk about traditions. What's your favorite tradition? There are so many different types of traditions, and it's important to create your own. Decorating, baking, dressing up in fun pajamas as a family just names a few. Some families watch certain movies every year or drive around to look at Christmas lights. One year we had a cookie decorating competition. Well, maybe not a competition, but it was definitely competitive. A cookie-off to see who could decorate the best. We took cookies and decorated them with icing and sprinkles. Some of them used way more sprinkles than others. You know who you are. Who made the best decorated cookie? Honestly, I don't even remember. I just remember how much fun we had laughing and doing it together. I know there are photos somewhere that show the chaos and some cookies that we still talk about every single year. We also play games as a group through our phones and the TV. Sometimes they get a little out of hand. We play those games where you have to come up with answers or draw something to represent your answers. They're always funny, and some are just too ridiculous, so we're all rolling around laughing. One of the things I enjoy are great Christmas photos. Everyone seems to get creative and give us all a laugh. One of my favorites is when the kids are wrapping like Christmas lights around their parents as they're seated in chairs. Like they're tying them up and tying them to the chair. Some may think it's inappropriate, but to me it's awesome. And quite frankly, wouldn't it be great to be tied to a chair, unable to do any chores? I would enjoy a little nap while they ran around the house. One of the funnest treats to make is glass candy. I love making glass candy. There's something inherently cool about smashing the glass-like candy to break it into a million pieces. You pour the colored flavored mix into a sheet pan, wait for it to cool, and once it's cool, you smash it into pieces. I think it might be great therapy. Kind of like those places you can go to smash things. Did you know they have places you can go and they have like old TVs and things? They suit you up and give you safety glasses, and you get to swing away with a baseball bat and sledgehammers to smash everything. Crash away. Sounds like a great date night. Careful, hubby. Watch where you stand. You just might end up in the swinging range. This time of year is when we are all part of the Elf Squad. I love to be a member of the official Elf Squad. It's fun donating time to different causes. Over the years, I've done all kinds of different things. One of my favorites was being an elf helping with Santa photos at a nonprofit organization. Dressed up as an elf, dancing around, acting like a fool, trying to get the kids to smile for the camera. Or depending on how you interpret me, maybe I was just acting normal. Tough to say. It is really cool to see the happy parents enjoy the moment their kids get to see Santa as well. It's truly magical. This year, we packaged food at a food bank. It's a cool facility that is very successful at providing meals for so many. They also have a program to prepare backpacks of food for kids over the weekend that might otherwise go without. It's a great setup, very organized, and they play music to keep you moving. We were dancing around an assembly line, filling bags with produce to be handed out later. I think it's important to share of yourself, and little things like this make a big difference for someone else who needs it. Thankfully, they don't have to see how ridiculous we look dancing and singing, but we sure had fun doing it all for them. I hope there's no videos because I was sure having too much fun. One of the things we used to do in preparation was try to get the kids to go through their old toys to donate before Christmas. It was a great opportunity to clear some stuff out, and this would make room for new toys, and it would teach them to share. It's a cool way to pay it forward, because we all know they have plenty of toys that end up sitting in a toy box or shelf without any real use anyway. You know, like the dreaded forgotten toys on Toy Story. Ooh. Another one of our traditions is from the time my kids were born, I bought them an ornament every year. I try to find ones that reflect something that they're really into that year, or that was important to them as a milestone. The goal is to collect ornaments every year until they go out on their own. This makes it so that when they start out, they have a whole collection of ornaments for their own tree. It sends them off with memories for their future, and they can keep filling it as their family grows. Let's not forget that damn elf on a shelf. Man, am I glad this clown showed up after my kids were older. I don't think I could have kept up with them every day for a month. Although I have seen some pretty creative ideas over the years that people do with them. And the added bonus of the kids knowing he's watching them for Santa. Remember when we used to tell our kids that they better be good or I'm going to call Santa? This elf is a spy with a direct connection to Santa. I bet you think twice now before you act like a brat. Gift exchanges. Some families draw numbers instead of buying gifts for everyone. It could be a good idea because you save some money. But what happens if you get the family member that is never happy? It doesn't matter what you get them, they're just not happy. I think those gifts can be really fun, though. Just go ahead, pick something they absolutely hate, and wrap it real nice, then give it to them with the biggest smile on your face. I guess this is my sarcastic nature kicking in. I enjoy seeing the disgust on their face as they open it up and are disappointed. Yes, I know that's not nice, but I'm not too nice anyway. I'm working through the holidays this year. It's a pain dealing with the only remaining people working. It's hard to get anything done since all the smart people took time off. I guess that confirms I'm not one of the smart ones. I'm saving my time off for a cruise instead. Maybe the truth is I choose to work now when there's less people around to drive me crazy. Merry Christmas to you all, and make sure to share your New Year's goals. I appreciate you all and love hearing from you. Thank you for listening, and please take a moment to follow or subscribe so you are notified when the next episode is available. New episodes are available every Thursday. Let's have fun together, and please share this chaos with all your friends. Thank you for listening to Still Stella, Living Life Sarcastically.